Our Father is a documentary produced by Netflix, showcasing the unsettling story of Dr. Donald Cline, a fertility doctor based in Indianapolis. The story unfolds around Cline's involvement in fertility fraud, wherein he secretly used his own sperm to impregnate numerous unsuspecting patients. Donald Lee Cline, a former American obstetrics and gynecology medical doctor, is now a convicted felon. During the period between 1974 and 1987, Cline fathered more than 90 children without revealing his identity as the sperm donor to the patients involved. As of May 11, 2022, it has been confirmed that Cline is the biological father of 94 offspring conceived through his medical practice. Back in 2014, Jacoba Ballard, the daughter of one of Dr. Cline's former patients, made a startling discovery while examining the findings of her at-home DNA test. The results unveiled a biological link to 8 half-siblings previously unknown to her. Through her genetic genealogy research, she eventually unveiled that Dr. Cline, the fertility doctor for her mother, was in fact her biological father. Cline is now acknowledged to have secretly fathered a minimum of 94 offspring.
Growing up, I felt different.
Jacoba Ballard took action by filing a complaint with the Attorney General of Indiana in 2014, prompting an investigation. However, the then Indiana Attorney General, Tim Delaney, opted not to prosecute Dr. Cline, asserting that there was no existing law prohibiting Cline's actions. Undeterred, Ballard sought media attention, and Fox 59 anchor Angela Ganotti delved into her story. Ganotti's investigation uncovered that Cline had misled the Attorney General's office during their inquiry, insisting, "I can emphatically say that at no time did I ever use my own sample for insemination, or was I a donor." Following the airing of the story on television, Cline left a voicemail for Ballard, contradicting his earlier statements to investigators. In the message, Cline admitted, "I thought I was doing the right thing. I only donated my own sample 9 or 10 times." He sought Ballard's assistance in managing the fallout, expressing concerns about the strain on his 57-year marriage, with his wife considering it adultery. Ganotti alerted Delaney to Cline's deception, playing the voicemail for him. Subsequently, the Attorney General commissioned an independent DNA test, which confirmed a 99.9997% probability of paternity. Charges were brought against Cline, leading to the case of State of Indiana v. Donald Cline. Cline pleaded guilty to 2 Level 6 felony counts of obstruction of justice, receiving a 1-year suspended sentence. On November 30, 2016, Elizabeth White and her son Matthew White pursued damages through a proposed complaint, citing negligence, constructive fraud, battery, breach of contract, breach of express warranty, and negligent hiring or retention against Cline and Reproductive Endocrinology Associates. This was filed with the State of Indiana Department of Insurance and later in Marion Superior Court, surviving Cline's motion to dismiss. An interlocutory appeal affirmed the lower court's decision, recognizing sufficient grounds for breach of contract and TAR claims. As of May 22, Cline had settled 3 civil lawsuits, paying out more than $1.35 million to donor children and families, with 3 additional cases still pending.
I knew Cline was our biological father.
A high prevalence of autoimmune disorders is observed among the children fathered by Cline. His own autoimmune condition, rheumatoid arthritis, would have disqualified him as an eligible sperm donor at his clinic. Many of the donor-conceived children reside within a 25-mile radius of each other. Their apprehension about consanguinity and the potential for genetic disorders intensifies as their own children mature and enter intimate relationships. I believe most ordinary individuals wouldn't even fathom that such a crime could occur, making this show truly eye-opening. This series of incidents was captivating. For someone unfamiliar with the Cline case, each increment in the sibling count left me in disbelief. The documentary was skillfully directed, deserving applause. These are genuine people, and their lives along with the disturbing quiver-full cult underscore its repulsiveness and the unfortunate role of religious leaders. It sheds light on why people increasingly turn towards atheism, more a response to the actions of followers than to the concept of God itself. Dr. Cline remains unrepentant despite the countless lives he has ruined, manipulating religion to justify his actions. I appreciated how Jacoba concluded the show. Her pointed question to those supporting Dr. Cline hit the mark. Had she stopped at threats, the truth might never have come to light. This show illustrates how real-life devils like Dr. Cline can be more terrifying than any fictional criminal. They disguise themselves as ordinary citizens, emphasizing the crucial role of DNA testing for every win. One of the most unsettling images in the film is a map covered with pins, revealing clusters of Cline's offspring around the city. It's highly likely that at some point, some of the half-siblings may have dated each other. A revelation that Cline was the fertility doctor for some of his own children adds another layer of disturbance. The majority of these children are traumatized upon discovering the circumstances of their conception. Jacoba, the leading sibling in the investigation, somberly expresses her familiarity with the feeling of having her life ruined by Cline. She acknowledges that reliving this sentiment occurs with the discovery of each new sibling. In the end, all they can affirm is that, despite sharing DNA, Cline could never be their true father.